You ever notice how the calmest person in the room is the one everyone secretly fears? Because deep down, people know the truth. Only the weak panic. The strong stay still. And right now, your problem is simply your emotions speak louder than your actions. You react too fast, you reveal too much. You let people read you, and that makes you predictable. But today, that ends. This video will teach you how to cultivate a level of calm that makes other people nervous. A cold, unshakable presence built on Stoic psychology. You'll learn 5 ruthless Stoic methods used by warriors, emperors, and strategic minds to control any room without raising your voice. And stay until the end. Because point 5 gives you the one phrase that instantly shuts down anxiety and switches on a steel-forged mind. Subscribe to Timeless Stoic Mind. Now, let's begin. 1. The Stoic way of stillness. Most people think calmness is passive. They think silence is weakness. But here's the truth. You've avoided your whole life. Your constant need to respond is the reason no one respects you. The man who rushes to explain himself loses authority. The man who reacts emotionally forfeits power. And the man who cannot hold stillness cannot hold the room. Today, you reclaim that power. You walk into a tense meeting, a family conflict, or a confrontation with someone who always gets under your skin. Your heart starts racing. Your chest tightens. You feel the urge to defend yourself, justify yourself, prove yourself. But then you remember, calm is a weapon. So you do nothing. You breathe once. You let silence sit between you and the moment like a wall of stone. Suddenly, they shift. They fidget. They break eye contact. Your stillness exposes their instability. In that moment, you're no longer the one being evaluated. You're the one doing the evaluating. The Stoics mastered a psychological truth that most modern people ignore. When you control your internal state, you automatically dominate the external one. This is the dichotomy of control in its purest form. You win by refusing to react to what is outside your command. When confronted, before you speak, take one slow breath and ground your awareness in the body. You're reminding yourself, my emotions are mine. Their chaos is theirs. This 1-second delay is the difference between being seen as frantic or being seen as powerful. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are disturbed, do not blame the situation. Blame your own judgment, because the moment you judge nothing, the moment you allow the situation to be what it is, you become untouchable." Stillness is not the absence of power. Stillness is power. And once you weaponize it, people feel it instantly. 2. The Stoic way of controlled detachment. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People control you because you care too much about their reactions. You scan faces for approval. You adjust your tone to avoid conflict. You collapse your boundaries the moment someone disapproves. And nothing destroys calm faster than emotional dependency on other people's opinions. If you want a presence that makes others nervous, you must learn the Stoic art most people fear. Detachment. Not coldness, not apathy, but the strategic ability to stand apart, observe, and remain unmoved. Imagine you're in a conversation and someone takes a subtle jab at you. Normally, you'd feel heat rising in your chest, your brain scrambling for a comeback. But this time, you detach. You zoom out mentally. You see the situation like a scene in a movie, not something simply happening to you, but something simply happening. Their insult becomes data, not a dagger. You watch their insecurity spill out through their words. They wait for your reaction, but you give them nothing. Suddenly, they're uncomfortable. They expected emotion. You gave them analysis. And that's when they realize they can't control you anymore. The Stoics practiced a powerful internal shift. You are not your reactions. You are the observer of your reactions. This is the root of calm confidence. The moment you observe an emotion, you disarm it. When triggered, mentally say, "This is an impression, not a fact." Then describe what's happening without emotion. A person is raising their voice. A thought of fear is appearing. My chest is tightening. This distances you from the intensity and restores control. Epictetus taught, if someone provokes you, remember, it is your own opinion that provokes you. Detach from the opinion, and the provocation dies instantly. Once you master controlled detachment, your calm becomes unsettling to others, because they can see your eyes, your posture, your presence, and they realize you are not playing the same emotional game they are. 3. The Stoic way of unreadable emotion. People don't fear what they understand. They fear what they cannot predict. And right now, your biggest weakness is emotional transparency. You telegraph everything: your frustration, your insecurity, your desire to be liked. The moment someone can read you, they can manipulate you. If you want a calm that makes others nervous, you must master a Stoic discipline that emperors and warriors lived by. Emotional opacity, the ability to feel deeply, but reveal nothing. Picture this. You're in a room where someone challenges you publicly. They expect you to flinch. They expect your face to tighten, your voice to crack, your eyes to shift. But you stay still. Your breath remains steady. Your expression stays neutral. Not fake, not forced, simply unmoved. Your calmness is unnerving. Not because you're pretending, but because you're no longer bleeding emotion outward. You give them no openings, no cues, no leverage. You see it instantly. Their confidence breaks for half a second. They expected to strike a nerve, but you gave them a stone wall instead. And that's when the power flips. Your calm is no longer defensive, it's dominant. Stoics practice the art of controlling the appearance of emotion, not to deceive, but to refuse giving power away. The technique is simple, but brutal. Feel everything, show nothing you don't choose to show. This is not suppression. Suppression is emotional slavery. This is selective expression, emotional sovereignty. In moments of conflict, return to neutral posture. Shoulders relaxed, jaw loose, breathing low. Eyes steady, voice slow. Then mentally repeat, my face belongs to me. No one earns the right to see your panic, your fear, your irritation, lest you choose to reveal it. Seneca said, control your face. For what is displayed outwardly is believed inwardly. When your exterior remains unshaken, your inner world follows. This is the power of unreadable emotion. People fear what they can't map. And when they look at you and see a calm, silent, unbroken surface, they wonder what storms you've already conquered. 4. The Stoic way of slow, calculated responses. Your biggest enemy is speed. Not the speed of thinking, the speed of reacting. Weak men respond instantly. They blurt out excuses, over-explain their motives, defend themselves before anyone even attacks. Fast reactions are rarely strategic. They're emotional, and nothing destroys calm faster than emotional speed. If you want to project the kind of silence that makes people nervous, you must adopt a discipline the Stoics used on the battlefield and in the Senate. Delayed response, not hesitation. Calculation. Someone confronts you, maybe a coworker, a family member, or someone who thrives on drama. They demand an answer. They push for a reaction. Normal, you would jump in, stumble through explanations, or match their tone. But this time, you slow everything down. You allow a pause. You breathe. You watch them, not with fear, but with evaluation. The silence shifts the power instantly. They start filling the space with nervous words, correcting themselves, over-justifying their position. They begin to look unsure because they expected speed, and you gave them stillness. Your calm becomes uncomfortable for them, and that is precisely the point. The Stoics understood something most people overlook. Time is a weapon. Even a 2-second pause is enough to transform you from reactive to strategic. This ties directly to premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of difficulty. Before responding, ask internally, what outcome do I want? Is this response driven by ego or reason? What is under my control right now? Only then do you speak slow, deliberate, and minimal. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Let no act be without purpose. A fast reaction has no purpose, just impulse." A slow response is chosen, intentional, and powerful. In any high-pressure moment, enforce a 3-second rule. 3 seconds of silence, 3 seconds of breathing, 3 seconds of reclaiming your authority. People fear what they cannot rush. When you refuse to be hurried, you signal that you operate on your own internal clock, not theirs. This is how leaders speak. This is how warriors speak. This is how calm becomes intimidation. 5. The Stoic way of inner dominion, the final weapon. This is the part no one wants to face. You're not shaken because the world is chaotic. You're shaken because your mind is untrained. You've spent your whole life trying to control people, situations, and external outcomes. And every time something slipped through your fingers, your calm shattered with it. But here's the truth, the Stoics knew. A man without inner dominion will always be controlled by the outside world, and people feel it. They sense the instability. They sense the insecurity. That's why your calm never lasts. It's built on circumstance, not sovereignty. Today, we change that. You're in a situation where everything feels uncertain. Plans fall apart. People disappoint you. Pressure builds. You feel your anxiety rising like a tide inside your chest. But instead of spiraling, you stop. You breathe. And you speak the phrase that recenters your entire life. This is under my command, not the outcome, not the circumstance, not the other person, your mind. Suddenly, the storm doesn't feel like it's happening to you. It feels like something happening around you. You look at the chaos with a strange calmness because you remember, nothing controls you unless you grant it permission. People watching can feel the shift. Your posture changes. Your energy tightens. Your calm becomes unsettling, not because you're detached from reality, but because you're rooted in yourself. This final Stoic way fuses dichotomy of control, memento mori, and premeditatio malorum into one mental principle. Inner dominion equals total responsibility over your mind, zero attachment to the external. Use this phrase as your internal command. I control the response, not the world. This is your psychological anchor. Repeat it in moments of stress, conflict, or uncertainty. Epictetus said, "You may be hindered in everything except your mind." That's the hinge. When you internalize this truth, nothing external can truly destabilize you. Every morning, repeat, I am the master of the inner kingdom. Every time anxiety spikes, repeat, this is under my command. Every confrontation, every challenge, every pressure, I control the response, not the world. This is what creates the aura people fear, not arrogance, but sovereignty. When a man rules himself, no one else knows how to rule him. The world respects the man who cannot be shaken, not because he's louder, not because he dominates others, but because he has mastered the one battlefield most people avoid, his own mind. Today, you learned the 5 Stoic ways to build a calm so powerful it makes others nervous: detachment, unreadability, deliberate response, emotional sovereignty, and inner dominion. These aren't tricks, they're disciplines. They forge a presence that forces people to reconsider how they speak to you, how they treat you, how they approach you. Remember the final truth. You control the response, not the world. Live by that, and your calm becomes your weapon, silent, sharp, unbreakable. Now take this, apply it ruthlessly, and walk into your life with the presence of a man who commands himself. Like, share, and subscribe to Timeless Stoic Mind. Your transformation is just beginning.